Hey there, how's it going? So we're going to be doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, the original. I'm kind of excited for it. I haven't played this for a good long while. I finished the remake, a couple days after it came out. But alright, I'm just trying to make sure everything's good to go here. The volume's probably going to be pretty loud, so until I can find a way to turn that down, we'll see how this goes. If it's too bad, I'll redo the stream and everything. So, oof, that's sensitive. All right, let's see how this goes. The problem is I didn't see any. There's no way of turning down the volume outside of the game. Actually, I have one idea. This might pause it for a second. I did not want to open that. We want to open the mixer. Let's try this here. Yeah, this will work. See this. Yeah, that definitely. That should hopefully do the trick. You'll have to let me know if it did or not. I guess I can't really tell on my end, you know. I guess I can. Let me do this way. If it did or not. Yeah, I think it might work now. If not, oh well. So yeah, I finished the remake. It only took me, I think, 45 hours, and I did pretty much everything. Like, I did all the quests, and I beat the game. In terms of, like, and I use this in, like, quotations, like, end game content, that took a little bit longer. But, yeah, I'm pretty much done. I'm just a few trophies away from the platinum. All I have to do is get all the dresses for the characters. Supposedly I did miss one of the side quests, which is weird because I made sure to do them all. So I have to make sure to go back and do that. Other than that, I'm missing a few music discs, but I'll get to them. And I'm still trying to complete the game in hard mode. I got, I think I'm on chapter 14 now, so I only got 14 plus the next 4 chapters, which arguably are going to be some of the hardest ones. But it won't be that bad. I've already beaten the hardest bosses in the game. Oof, the Bahamut and the Pride and Joy and the virtual reality thing, so shouldn't be too bad. Oh, I gotta click on something real quick. Okay, we're good. I always find it kind of a little bit unsettling with the, I don't want to say remaster, but it is, how the characters pop out of the backgrounds and their mouths are always open. Trying to take a little break from Terraria. Woo! Look at you, boy. Alright, let me see if there was yeah, there's no way. So hopefully the volume isn't too bad, because I don't know if there's a way I can really fix that. We're just gonna bump that a little bit. I always like the battle speed where it's at. I like weight. This though. Oh man. Trying to use the D-pad or the joystick is quite sensitive. There we go. That's how we like it. There you are, Cloud. Ex-soldier. Let's do this. Let's get our potions. Alright. Try to. I always like having this extra information bar up. I've always enjoyed, just seeing the enemies' names and blah blah blah, little tidbits here and there. Look at me go. Level up. Oh, so I was like really in the mood to play this game over the last few years. But, excuse me. But with Final Fantasy VII Remake coming out, I didn't want to ruin it for me, I want it to be fresh. But after playing the remake, honestly, it did nothing in terms of affecting me wanting to play this game. to me it was so different. It's a whole different game. I don't know how to... Let's just do that so we don't change his name. And hello to whoever joined. Feel free to say hi so I know who you be. I should probably speed up the text even more. I'm going to. I've played this game all the way through many times, so I know the story. Oh, so cool. Love it. Alright, let me go back in that menu. See if we can speed that up just a little bit more. Just gonna go back, I don't care. Well, it's all the same. We'll do a battle speed a little bit higher. I always wanted to try to do then like a speed run of this game. You know, watch the videos and see what people do and blah blah blah, but I don't know, for some reason it never interested me enough to actually give it a go. Try some things here. Actually, I'm trying to remember how to run from battle, because there's if you ever get back attacked, you can click the run from battle thing and it'll turn you the right way, but I don't know how to do it with this controller. I'm using the Nintendo Switch controller. So. It's crazy to think that I'm going to do this reactor in less than, I don't know what, 15 minutes or so? 15-20 minutes? In the other game, God, just like, you can be completely done with Midgar between 3 and 4 hours if you know what you're doing. If not even less, maybe. And it's crazy to think the new remake, the entire game takes place, like 45 hours worth is just in Midgar. I felt like they did a good job, though. There was a few things I felt were clearly filler, like the stuff well, I don't want to spoil anything too much, but there's some more content you do with Jesse, and there's some side quests. Honestly, it didn't serve the game. It just was filler. Like the side quests, I was really hoping that they would allow you to learn more about the characters and the world, but like, you're doing quests like go find these kittens and bring them back to this girl, and go find all the kids, it's time for school. It just didn't, I don't know, it didn't add anything, I guess. It just filler. So that's all it was. I can't, oh, there we go, I couldn't figure out what button was to hurry the text. And battle. There's always a battle right there, I swear. Wait, which button was it that sped through this? This one? Give me that potion. I can tell my stream is, let me see. Yeah, never mind, it should be fine. bolt. I ain't using it. Don't need it. These sweepers in the remake were a pain in the butt. They really were. Hello to whoever joined. Feel free to say hi. Let me get my mouse out of the way there. So, originally in the game, my favorite party setup, and go ahead and shame me all you want, was Cloud, Cid, and Cait Sith. I love Cait Sith. He has, and people can say what they want, but honestly, he's not a bad character. Let's go ahead and save for the first time. I can't skip the text. What's going on? Oh yeah, back in here. Bling. Alright, cool. So, Cait Sith actually has one of the highest magic stats in the game. And that's what I made him do. I made him my magic dude. But his limit breaks aren't bad. I mean, granted, the whole random thing kind of sucks, but like originally the dice is actually really good. And as you level up, it gets better and he throws more dice. It does a ton of damage. None of these buttons, like no button I push makes that text go faster. I don't know if I can. But yeah, I love Cait Sith. He's like my favorite character. I really hope in the remake they give him, I don't know, do him justice. Make him better than, I guess, how he was in the remake. Let people like him. This playthrough, I don't know what I'll go. I've never really, I won't go Vincent. He's a character I hate the most. His limit breaks are just trash. They'll cause you more harm than good, and you just don't need it. I want to use the D-pad, but the D-pad on the controller doesn't work. Here, I want you to actually be in the back, and I'd like you to be up front. Yeah, it's with the joystick, it's so iffy and end up selecting the wrong things. I want to use that D-pad. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really used Tifa. I've used Barret here and there. I'm thinking my party will probably be something like Cloud, Barret, and Cid. Probably they have the three of the best limit breaks. Just a lot of damage output. I've never used Yuffie either, but that's the thing about 7 though. It didn't really matter. You could use Vincent, Yuffie, and Tifa, and you'd be just fine. The game isn't actually all that hard. Good hit, Cloud. I almost kind of want to record myself playing this and then go and record myself playing the remake and try to do as much shot for shot as I can. Alright, put down your tail. It's about time. Let's go. I ain't gonna attack you. Anytime you're ready, dude. Anytime. There you go. So the only achievements I don't have on the Steam version of this, I didn't get everybody's ultimate limit breaks. That's about it. I highly doubt I'll do it on this playthrough either. I'm not a big enough achievement person to really care that much. Man, Barret has some big ass feet. They all have big feet. And this should be it. Thank you for that. Ah, what? Alright, this is the last bolt right here. Game over, Scorpion. What? Come on, I thought that was it. Alright, this is the last attack right here. There, I told you. Beautiful. Let's get out of here. First off, yeah, 10 minutes, blah, blah, blah. The first time, I do remember when I originally played this game. Oh man, my heart was going. In games, I hate horror games, I hate being chased, and I hate being under a timer. So this is one of the first games I played where I had like a timer. Oh, it stressed me out. I know a lot of people that's played this game, they end up never getting into it because they couldn't figure out how to get out of the reactor. They would get to the doors and they wouldn't be able to open them. They didn't save Jessie, basically get her foot unstuck. And that killed a lot of people's journey. Oh, but yeah. Another little story. My first JRPG ever, though, was a game called Chrono Trigger. I love that freaking game. I still think that game is, I don't know, way before its time. Like during that time I was playing Sonic the Hedgehog. I was playing, a lot of Super Mario or, Madden 94. Just nothing with a story. Nothing complex. See, here's where I don't know how to run. I don't know how to run. Oh well. Yeah, we'll just use this. Might as well. So then along comes Chrono Trigger, and I mean, I couldn't believe it. The turn-based battles was the first thing I was very surprised by. But like, characters would just stand there and talk to each other. There was a storyline, and this was my first introduction to time travel. And surprisingly enough, I was 11, maybe 12, somewhere in that range of age. Strangely enough, I understood what was happening. I was able to understand the concept of time travel. God, it was just amazing. And it was a challenge. I had never played a game that was, hard, I guess. But yeah, it was beautiful. My second RPG, though, and it's one that anybody that likes JRPGs needs to play. And that is Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars. That game is it's amazing. It is absolutely one of the greatest games ever made. And I feel like most people that are in JRPGs will never actually get a chance to try it. You wouldn't think it, but man, it's good. The storyline is good. The visuals are amazing, and the visuals are so good that it holds up today. Like, the game is perfect. It's kind of like Final Fantasy IX, where maybe the graphics aren't the best, but they hold up because it's a certain art style. Whereas if you look at 7 doesn't hold up. When you play this on a big 55-inch 4K TV, it looks terrible. Whereas Final Fantasy IX does not. Same with Super Mario RPG. It looks phenomenal. But the combat in that game is so good. The characters are amazing. It's not just Mario. You got the princess, you got Bowser, you got a couple other people, Geno and Mallow. Each has their own unique thing, and the game is damn hard. It is very challenging, actually. So much good side content, end game content. I just, at the time, sure, it was normal, but like thinking back, I'm actually very surprised that game exists. It just seems so out of the ordinary compared to everything else they were doing at the time. So I'm glad it came out. It was amazing. But my third JRPG, of course, was now Final Fantasy VII, which when I first saw it, I saw it sitting on someone's. This guy went to it was a friend of a friend, and I saw this game sitting on the shelf. And just from the cover and everything, it looked like a horror game to me. I never heard of Final Fantasy. And it was sitting next to his copy of Resident Evil. I don't care for Eris. That was actually not the proper choice to make her hate you. Tiff is my girl. Thief is my girl. But, so I couldn't do scary games. Like Resident Evil, all these games, it just scared me. I couldn't do it. So I thought Final Fantasy VII was a horror game. And then one day when I was sitting on the bus going to school, there was this kid. I'm fighting all these battles, by the way. And he had this strategy guide. Also something I'd never seen before, So I took a look at it and I started asking questions about it. And when I first flipped the page, I flipped it right to the Shinra headquarters, and they had the picture of Red 13 on there. So I asked him about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's a character. I just got him. Now, blah blah blah. And he can join a party." And like, I'm just like, "Oh, okay. So, what do you mean join your party and all that stuff?" And he explains, you have different characters, and they take their turns fighting. It's like, oh, it's an RPG like Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, and he's like, yeah. So I didn't know this. So I immediately went to, I don't think it was GameStop, but some game store, and ended up buying a copy plus the strategy guide, my first strategy guide ever. And right away, I was hooked. I couldn't believe, another game like those existed. If only I knew the world of JRPGs that existed, all the Final Fantasies, because I thought Final Fantasy VII, I didn't think about the number. I didn't think this was a sequel or something. I really didn't put that much thought into it. I didn't realize there was, 6 other Final Fantasies I could play. But I didn't know there was a big world of JRPGs. But man, I was so hooked. I loved this game so much. And that was definitely the point where I learned what a JRPG is. I started really delving into the world of them. And then I ended up getting, I think my next one, I think I played Lunar a little bit. I don't really remember anything about that game, but one of my next ones was Final Fantasy VIII, which came out, it came out $99.99 if I remember correctly, or maybe that was Final Fantasy VIII. It came out a day after my birthday, is all I remember. So it was a nice birthday gift. I got Legend of Dragoon. I got Final Fantasy IX. What else did I have? Threads of Fate. Just all these different JRPGs. I was hooked. But I ended up having to wait many, many years to play Final Fantasy X because I didn't have a PlayStation 2. And the first time I got to play it, I ended up staying the night at a buddy's house, and he ended up letting me play it. But I only got to play it for 2-3 hours maybe. And then I ended up with, what did it come out? Maybe in 2001. I probably didn't get to play it until around 2003 or so, maybe 2004. But I got myself an old PlayStation 2 and went after it. It was great. So, but man, I felt like the PlayStation though was the real JRPG I don't know, console. I'm not sure. I'm trying to push these buttons to find out which one speeds up this text, but I swear it's not consistent. Cloud. Oh, I guess I'm just holding A. That kind of does it, I guess. Figure this out here. Yeah, the only thing that affects it is A. And no, speed it up, I have to hold it down. You know what's funny is I'm just laying back in my chair, just kind of like staring off in the distance, not even paying attention. I'm just going through this game. I played it so damn much. I know it like the back of my hand. But I love it. It's just a good feel. It's a good throwback. I absolutely hate how their mouths look open all the damn time. It looks so stupid. They look like blow-up dolls. Maybe that's something I could do is do a JRPG series playing some of these older ones. Legend of Dragoon and some old Final Fantasies. Maybe even some lesser known ones, you know? This is his house, huh? Oh my god. Did not mean to talk to you. Sorry, buddy. This is the hard part, trying to talk to Jesse. There we go. I do want to look at that Midgar rail system with you. Can't remember what I was watching when they pointed it out. Like Midgar. Like, it is insanely difficult to build like the plates, the platforms above ground like they do. It would be so much easier to just expand outward. And you know, if you've played this game before, when it gets to that point where you leave Midgar, it's literally nothing for miles and miles around, basically. Just empty terrain. Like, why they decided to build like this is silly. That's one thing about the remake I did not like, was with the way that, like, during the day, underneath the plates in the slums, it looked perfect. It looked like it was the slums, but it was so bright. The sun, the way the sun came through and everything, it didn't even look like you were underneath, you know, these big old plates. I wish they would have made it a lot darker and, you know, smoggier, and it looked like you could actually have a decent life down there. that includes me. I'm spacing out. Just such a beautiful game. Love it. I like how he goes in there and shoots his gun and chases these guys out of there. Baird has a problem. I'm surprised, like, how much what they, like, in the remake, how much credit they gave this guy. Or credit is a bad word, just screen time, character, story, whatever, development. was no more important than any of the other cloaked, numbered guys. He just was another puppet. The puppet he ends up using the most. Obviously, the puppet with most promise kind of thing. But at the beginning, Sephiroth didn't know or really care. But it seems like in the remake, Sephiroth is like already all about Cloud. And of course, with the changes in direction that I won't talk about, I think it's explained, or you can extrapolate why. So, but I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what they'll do. But I'm torn as well, because I wanted a very authentic remake of Final Fantasy VII. I wanted turn-based battles. I just wanted better graphics and voiced, enhanced story and stuff like that. I definitely didn't get what I wanted, but I do accept what I got. I do enjoy it. But like honestly, if they were to come out with another Final Fantasy VII remake that was just this one, better graphics and whatever, I'd be happy to. $3,000, but that money's for Marlene's schooling. Stupid phone, be quiet, you. Do 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 do. I ain't showing you shit. Knock out a few things here and then save it and call that an episode. It is kind of amazing how casually these guys sell this materia, this magic that can, you know, send out bolts of lightning and set things on fire. More of those. Give you some restoration. So when I originally played this game, I mean exclusively used Bolt. I never used fire or ice. For some reason, I just didn't. And I didn't realize, you know, things were... certain enemies would be weak or strong to, you know, different, you know, elements. So, yeah, I just used Bolt the whole way. If something was immune to Bolt, I didn't use magic on it. It's also crazy how quickly they give you all materia. All materia is so good in this game, and yet they give it right away. I don't understand why I always thought this was a glitch. The game they never fixed, which is this box opening like that. Yeah, I don't need that save point. Oh. Maybe I should put it on him. Yeah, let's put it on him. There we go. You know, another fun game played back in the day was a game called Alundra. That game was hard as hell. JRPG-ish. Oh, wrong way. Alright, well that's going to do it for part 1. I'm definitely wanting to do more of these. I'm very much in the mood to play this game, so I might even do another one tonight. We will see. But that's it. Thanks for joining me on this episode. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.